So I will. I know you wanted to work with David Kegg on this project, and I think that's a great idea. So I'll reach out to him. Before I send that email off, I wanted to get sort of a summary of your thoughts. I know it has a sorcery theme, and that it's also kind of done in rounds or over the course of several different years that represent rounds. Yep. So how do you want to convey that in cover art with the city and the sorcerer and all that?
In my head, I see the sorcerer in the foreground casting his spell, and in the background, the city is like being torn apart as it flies into the skies. There, because we want to tell the story of the game.
Is it like a doomsday feel, or more of like a mystical, like?
Yeah, I think it's more of a mystical.
Or dark?
It's probably a little both, but definitely not doomsday, because the people aren't like upset. It's not like Voldemort came in and is like blowing the city up. It's more of a, hey, it's that time of year where they totally redo the city.
So we're thinking Merlin.
Yeah, Merlin's come in and he's making our city mo better.
It's better for you.
Okay.
Anyway.
Right.
Hey, you got just a second?
Yes.
Okay.
Concepts.
Yes, exciting. David sent these over. This is the cover illustrations, round one, and then also the logos, round one. So he kind of separated it so you could compare and contrast.
Sweet. So like, I feel like he's really on board with like my initial concept there.
Yeah, that looks exactly like what you were describing.
I wanted a little bit more over the shoulder with the sorcerer, so he's kind of like in the street. I wanted to kind of put him in the foreground a little bit more, but yeah, I mean this is an initial concept. Oh, I don't know about the top down one.
There's nothing alluring about that one to me. I mean, I get the like abyss, everything's kind of falling into the crater he made, but it's not as eye catching as like picking up an entire city.
Oh man, he's gonna make that look so good.
Okay. There's something about this one to me, like he's standing on obviously what he decided to, he's got himself on a pedestal and everything else is just kind of exploding around him. I think it's a really powerful image because you can clearly see it's the entire, I don't know if that's supposed to be a chapel or just
I think it's a city block. I think it's a city block. Yeah, it's definitely, he would definitely make that look good too, for sure. But definitely leaning toward at least him seeing out my initial vision.
I don't know. I see where you're going with this, and I like this one, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I just think, to me, this one has that wow factor, that exploding, dramatic, catch your eye, like what is going on in this scene. That entire city is in the air.
Okay. I see what you're saying. That's a good piece of concept, but I feel like I need to see my vision all the way through.
So you're sure about this one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so making cover art like this is part of the process. It's, you've got 20 sheets of paper here with 20 different iterations of it and going back and forth a million times trying to get it where you want it. And because it's the most important piece of art in your whole project, it has to be right. Like it has to be perfect.
You have to catch their eye. And I can't tell you how many conversations and he's had with David and how many times he would send 3 new drafts and be like, I like this, but I don't like that. And then it's back to the drawing board.
What's up? I can barely hear you. What happened?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Good.
Okay.
All right, what's up?
Hey, yeah, so where you at?
I'm running some errands. I'm in the car right now.
Oh, okay. All right. So I got the color comps from David. I think he just sent them to me from the email, what it looks like. And for Sorcerer City?
Sweet.
Yeah. So I think you're going to need a beer. So what time could you meet me at, like, Lusa? Let's just meet at Lusa.
I could probably be there within the next hour or so.
On the next hour? Okay, all right. Yeah, this is, you're going to, yeah. Let's just,
Sounds fun.
yeah, let's just get there, and then we'll go from there. We're going to need a beer.
Oh, God. Why? Why do I need a beer?
You're going to want a beer for this.
Okay. All right. Well, do you just want to meet there at like 3:30?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you there.
All right, bye.
Bye.
What's up, Sydney?
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. Can I get 2 of the zombie killer meads?
Sure thing.
Awesome. What's up? I got your drink because you're going to need it. I know I was a little cryptic on the phone, but so, I mean, as you can see, we've got the color comps from David.
See?
Yeah. I mean, so I think you're gonna enjoy this.
I don't think I am.
No, I know you're gonna enjoy this.
Okay.
You know what? I needed the beer. This. So as I was staring at this, I just don't think this is the thing. I don't think this is dynamic enough. I really think we should consider going back with the other concept. Because here's what I'm thinking. So after he added the color, it just nothing's really jumping off the screen and grabbing my eye. My eye's just kind of going everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I think after looking at, when we had our, I don't remember when it was, way back, but when you were like, this is more dynamic.
2 seconds. I told you so. I just had to put it out there.
I'm just afraid too, because this is a touchy subject when you get an artist to work this far into the line.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, yeah, all that stuff you've already done, let's just chunk it and go back. Yeah, rewind. Sorry.
I think he was excited enough about this concept, though. I think that he will be satisfied. I don't.
We're also paying.
It's going to be kind of a pain in the.
Yeah.
But at least it's his concept and not like C that was completely out of left field.
How much you want to bet he probably thought that was better from the start anyway?
I know he did.
Like, y'all make the game. I'll just go like sip margaritas on the beach or something. What's up, brother? Can I hear you? Can you hear me? Hey, here we go. Wait a minute. I see you moving in real time.
Yeah, it's a little choppy, but
It shouldn't be our internet now. We upgraded to business class. Totally frozen. Come on, technology. Work with us. Hello? This is cool. This is totally cool. Stop recording me. It's not like I'm already frustrated about what he's going to respond to on this. We can't even make a phone call. David? I've seen so much ridiculous. Can't even make a phone call. He's not. Somebody else got a phone? Who's got a phone?
I have a phone.
Let's try somebody else's phone.
Look, what's his number?
It's 330.
All right, cool. Just use my phone and see if my phone works.
If he answers his phone, I'm going to be so pissed off.
hello.
God, hey, David.
Hey, James, how you doing?
We got a phone to work, man. How about that? How about that? 2017, we can use technology. So frustrating. I'm sorry, dude. And it's already got my blood pressure up because this conversation that we're about to have, I'm sure, is going to probably frustrate you some. But
Okay.
so, I mean, what you made for us looks fantastic. But like
Awesome.
the more that I've marinated on it, the more I feel like we need to go back to one of your previous concepts.
Okay. Okay. What are you guys feeling? What is the kind of
Well-
issue at hand?
So, this is going to sound like it's just out of nowhere, but I'm just not feeling it.
Okay.
As far as like, even though this was my concept and this the one that I pushed, being stubbornly like trying to push it forward, After you gave me the color comps, I just don't feel like when that's sitting on a shelf somewhere that's gonna do the trick. And
Okay,
the more
sure.
I look back at your concept B, you know, on the 3 options you gave us initially, the one that you came up with,
Yeah.
I feel like you're about to tell me I told you so, but I feel like I think that's gonna be a better thing. So and we may end up coming back to this too, but if you're cool with it, man, I'd love to push that one to at least the point we have this concept with the concept B.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely. No. I mean, I think they're both strong. I do think if I'm looking at the right one B here, I do think that's a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more eye grabbing.
Yeah.
So I do think it is I think it's a good move, especially if you weren't digging the color roughs as they were kind of rolling anyway.
Yeah, man, it was just one of those things where the color, it was like when I saw it in color, it was where I was like,
Sure.
I don't think that's going to be the grabbing scene that we want.
Definitely, yeah. It changes. Color changes a lot. So yeah, no, not a problem at all.
All right, man. Well, sorry about that, and let me know if you need anything.
Of course, yeah. I'll get those to you probably in the next day or so.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, that went better than I thought it was going to.
A lot better.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be. He's too professional. He's not going to be all like
Right now he's like
yelling at me.
"Gosh,
Yeah. Now he's not on the phone. He's going to be like, this guy's wasting my time.
Yes, no doubt.
He's like, look at this amateur clown shoes. He's like, clown shoes. So clown shoes is when, you know, clowns have those like ridiculous, it's like, you can't do anything like for real with clown shoes on. So that's like my favorite saying when people are being stupid. Straight goofing. Goofy, exactly. So he's totally making fun of me right now.
Hello.
David,
Hey, how you doing?
what's up, man? So I just got the final version
Awesome.
with the mock-up and everything on there so first of all, the logo, after you added that, like the black and purple behind Sorcerer,
Okay.
dude,
Yeah.
that looks so sick. It's got like this He-Man kind of feel going. Love it.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe. It's
Little
like
80s throwback there.
Yeah. And you were totally right about how the red magic wasn't going to work and it needed to be more purple for that to come through.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
man, I think the scene is sick, and once we put this on a box, it's just going to really pop.
Awesome. No problem, man. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Well, also, let's do some rogue action for Bloodstone.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
absolutely.
All right. Talk to you later, Maddie.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
See ya.
bye. So one of the things I loved about this particular screen or the cover shot here is I love that this seems like it was perfectly made for a logo to go here. You've got this dynamic scene of the sorcerer like doing his thing, ripping the city out of the ground, reconstructing it in his image. You've got the birds like peeling out, like little details like that, little Easter eggs I love, and David did a great job. Like this building right here popping out, it's got just sweet detail. You really like zoom in and look at all the little details of the Gothic city that he's built here. It just looks great. And so this logo is going to pop off the screen. Such a dynamic image. I'm really, really happy with the way this turned out. A real behind the scenes when James starts listening to his music and jumping around like an idiot. That's good. And it's Howard too, so I have to try to do the Howard stuff. Yeah. I just got an email a few minutes ago that said that the box for Sorcerer City should be here from the prototype company, so I'm excited to get there and see what that looks like. Hey, let's see, anything on the port? I see a box. Oh my God. I swear to God, if they did it again. Perfect. Perfect. Maybe it's just the outside box.
What's up?
Again.
No.
Again. After that email back and forth with them on the last box for Bloodstone. Again. So I'm just hoping it's on the outside. There's nothing wrong with the inside because, you know, we could get lucky maybe.
Bum, bum, bum. How bad is it?
They did it again. This is all the padding they put in the box. Gosh. Well, I mean.
It's really pretty.
Yes, I mean that. It looks good. It's
You
just
can see it looks awesome.
It's just frustrating
they
that.
blankety blanked it up, but it's really pretty.
Yeah, I think that's gonna have the shelf presence we were
All
looking
the
for.
drama.
Yeah. My precious. My precious. I mean, look at that on the shelf. Let me bump you over here, Burb. Look at it. Look.
I want my props.
What do you mean you want your props? What?
I want my props.
Oh, are we really gonna go all the way back to that? Okay, fine. You were right, and I was wrong. I still think if we would have went, it could have been fine, but this is definitely awesome. So,
I'm satisfied.
teamwork.
Makes the dream work.